Today is the NBA trade deadline. Moves are still coming in, but these are the deals that already changed the landscape of the league. No rumors, no speculation, just the trades that already went through. Let's check on the trades that happened recently.
And now AD is on the move again. Shams, what can you tell us?
Hannah, this is a trade deadline week stunner. Anthony Davis, the 10-time NBA All-Star, has been traded to the Washington Wizards. So the Wizards are acquiring a future Hall of Fame big man. The Mavericks are getting back some players, a couple of young players, but 2 first-round draft picks and 3 second-round picks. But let's look at AD going to the Wizards now. He joins Trae Young, who they just acquired, the multi-time All-Star, formerly the face of the franchise of the Hawks, but Alex Sarr, Keyshawn George, Trey Johnson, Bilal Coulibaly.
Yeah, so we all knew AD was getting traded, didn't know where, and it looks like the future in Washington looks really bright for a couple games at least, because we know that AD has health issues to a certain degree. So does Trae Young. Trae Young's been to the Eastern Conference Finals. AD is a champion, so it would be good for the league for this team to be good. On to the next.
Trade deadline is tomorrow, but yesterday the Clippers made a move, trading 11-time All-Star James Harden to the Cavaliers for Darius Garland and a second-round pick. The news broke less than 24 hours after it was reported that LA was working to trade Harden before the deadline, and that
So that was definitely a shocker. Nobody saw that one coming. And also imagine going from Los Angeles to Cleveland. Little bit different weather pattern, but James Harden to Cleveland kind of makes them championship contenders. And that trade feels kind of weird, but I don't know. Let me know what you think.
Is our senior NBA insider, Shams Charania. Okay, Shams, I'm told you got some breaking news in the NBA. Let the people know.
BC, this is our first blockbuster of trade deadline week. Jaren Jackson Jr., the 2-time All-Star with the Memphis Grizzlies, former Defensive Player of the Year award winner. He is being traded to the Utah Jazz for a package that includes Walter Clayton Jr., the former collegiate star at Florida, some veteran players, but most importantly, 3 first-round draft picks. And for Utah, this represents a major swing now. They're going to team up Jaren Jackson Jr. with Lauri Markkanen, Keontae George, who's been a breakout star this year, Walker Kessler. This is a deep team that they've got building there. And for Memphis, it's clear. This signals a full rebuild. They've got a few very promising players. You think about Cedric Coward, Zach Edey. This is a young team that's growing. They moved Desmond Bane.
So it feels like Utah's going to have the tallest team in the league, like Jaren Jackson Jr., Lauri Markkanen, Walker Kessler. It's going to be hard to play in Utah. The elevation is already a factor.
Traded Kobe White and Mike Conley to the Charlotte Hornets for Colin Sexton, Usman Dieng, and 3 second-round picks. The Hornets on a 7-game win streak. Mike Conley could get bored out still, but here's NBA Today's reaction to the trade.
So for Charlotte, they prioritize Kobe White.
Jeez. So Kobe White on the move to Charlotte. How are they going to play with all of those guards? I guess Brandon Miller is a wing. LaMelo is ball dominant. Kobe White has the ball in his hand a lot in Chicago. So how's that transition going to go? Looking forward to seeing how that goes.
Trade news in the NBA. Celtics tied for second in a wide-open East, and they have just made a trade with the Chicago Bulls. Center Nikola Vucevic is headed to the Celtics. The Bulls getting Anthony Simons in that deal, with the 2 teams also swapping second-round picks, according to ESPN.
So the Celtics are adding a veteran big man. They needed a big after trading Kristaps Porzingis. So this looks to be a really solid trade for the Celtics, who everybody thought was going to tank this season. But Jaylen Brown, the militant, has held it down for the Celts. It's still Lakers, but I respect the move. And it'll be good basketball.
Jared McCain for one of his many first-round draft picks and a few second-rounders. I mean, McCain looked like the rookie of the year last year.
All right, I'm not going to lie to you. This looks like an absolute fleece. How did OKC land Jared McCain? I know he was injured, and VJ Edgecombe and Tyrese Maxey have been able to come through and go crazy. But to get this guy on OKC, it looks like the dynasty continues.
The Los Angeles Clippers, Brooklyn Nets, and Toronto Raptors, they've agreed on a multi-year deal. Chris Paul is back in the NBA. He heads to the Toronto Raptors. Ochai Agbaji and a 22-32 Raptors pick, all on the move here. Chris Paul is back, though, Amon. We'd hoped that this would happen. Your reactions?
Honestly, I would love to see Chris Paul play at least one game with the Toronto Raptors. I don't think it's going to happen, but we all got dreams. But shout out to CP3. I'm sure they're going to waive him, and he's going to land on a contender and get ready to annoy the fuck out of the young players. But CP3 is a point guard, a Hall of Famer, and a baller. So it's perfect. Good to see him back, because what happened with the Clippers is an injustice to one of the legends that gave so much to the NBA. Okay, so we'll wrap this video up now. Today is the actual trade deadline, and we'll recap everything once we find out where the pieces fall. Until then, you know what to do.
What's up with it? Yeah, everything's smooth. I'm on the field right now. Yeah, you know, same old, keeping the body in motion, getting that wind up. You know, this field a lot bigger than what people think, so that's a must. Exactly. Now, I've been thinking about a guest performance. Damn.
Yo, what the this dude just started the fire. You started that fire.
There's a fire.
Because they don't think it's that. Hey, this guy just set that fire.
It's up.
You started that fire? You just came from over there. We just saw you.
You're right.
Oh.
And yeah. You have the warrant for the murder, right? Oh my God, what you do?
These are the houses, it's friends. What the f? You need to be hospitalized. You are going to be fined and hospitalized.
Wow, never a dull moment in LA. Now the fire is spreading, and we need to get off this mountain. Damn it! Oh, let me get out the way. Get out the way. Get out. Thank you, Scotty. Woo! Yes. All right. That's your help.
The hero.
There he is, right
Scott
here.
Mitchell. What's up, brother?
The hero, let's go!
Wide receiver at Kentucky. Actually saved all of LA from arsonists.
Yep. He basically chased this dude down and stopped him, was like, what are you doing?
Bro, tell us what happened.
I got to give credit to Devon. She sees this 50-foot tree on fire, and she's like, hey, he set that fire. Get him. So, you know, when you hear your girl have a certain tone, you like, oh, it's time for action. He was talking a lot of gibberish. He was like calling people Antonio Banderas. Anybody that would walk by, he would call him like a celebrity's name. Like he was out of his mind, you know? And so I told him, I'm Batman from Gotham City, and I don't want to hear you talk anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was staring down my
Hold on. What'd you tell him?
I'm Batman from Gotham City. No. So I'm gonna play crazy with your crazy ass. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, I won't be lighting up the woods in LA, but I will be lighting up these trees. Appreciate you for coming on here, my boy.
A couple's peaceful hike in Runyon Canyon, California earlier this week turned into our national lead when the couple stopped a suspected arsonist from escaping a possible wildfire. And Scott Mitchell and Devon DeMarco are joining us now. Devon, you first spotted this man coming out of the bushes. You broke out your phone, caught the encounter on video. How did you realize so quickly that he had allegedly set fire to that tree?
I mean, he was the only one that was coming out of those bushes. And it doesn't take a fire marshal to realize that, hey, this dude is the one that set the fire.
And Scott, you actually chased him down and you stopped him from leaving until officials arrived to the scene to take him into custody. We should note one of the reasons this story has gotten so much attention is because you were previously a wide receiver at the University of Kentucky. What was it like for you when you caught him, and was it as thrilling as catching a football on the gridiron?
I think this one might have taken the cake as far as that goes. Catching the ball and sometimes dropping the ball in front of 100,000 people can be a wave of emotions. Kind of like this one, though. As soon as I heard Devon say that's the guy that set the fire, she had already ID'd him. So by the time I heard her, I just reacted and was looking to hold him accountable to what he had just done.
Scott, I wonder how it feels to know that you and Devon were able to stop the fire from spreading, especially after everything that the poor citizens of the Los Angeles area have gone through with the devastating wildfires in recent months.
I can tell you that's a very humbling feeling because online and via text, and I've reconnected with old teammates. Just the outpouring positivity is something that we really needed. It's kind of, to be honest with you, it's beyond us. We don't necessarily fully understand the scope of it, but I mean, we're here with you, and we weren't here last Friday, so.
Well, let me tell you, I think one of the things that's so remarkable about it, in addition to the fact that it was caught on video, so Devon, thanks for that, is we seem to live in an era where a lot of people see bad things happening and they just don't want to have anything to do with it. And you guys stepped up. And I wonder, Devon, where does that come from? Like, why would you get involved?
You know, there's a saying called mind your business. That was not that moment. It's just like we see a lot of things going on right now and people aren't being held accountable.
Somebody had to be held accountable for it, and in this case, we found the guy. So it makes me feel good to know that I went to Kentucky because they're a Nike school, and the Nikes I wore that day still work. So.
Little free ad there for Nike. All right, well, you know what? American heroes, Devon DeMarco, Scott Mitchell, thank you guys for being you, and thanks for joining us today. It's an honor and a lovely way to end a week in which we've covered a lot of stuff that isn't so great. So thank you so much.
Thanks, Jake.
Thank you, Jake.
Thank you.